Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Dinner with Max?
This is not what you think.
Why else would he be whining and dining you?
Because we just have to sit down and sort a few things out, like finances, for instance. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind betting there's more to it than that. I think he's tired of life on his own. Wants to patch things up.
Don't hold your breath.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Daniels.
Hello, Danny. Going somewhere?
Yes, I'm taking Wendy out for tea.
Young love. I remember when I was your age.
You must have a good memory. Oh. Sorry.
I'll get you for that, Danny Ramsay.
What do you think? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wendy, this is Mrs. Daniels. She lives next door.
Hello,
Hi.
Wendy.
You look great.
Yeah, you don't look so bad yourself.
Max should be here any minute. I hope he won't stand me up.
He wouldn't do that to you, Mum.
If he will, I kill him.
How old is that girl?
Would you believe it? 16?
How come if your parents are separated, they're going on a date?
Beats me.
Hey, you know that record we were listening to last night, The Hitmen?
Yeah.
They're playing live at a pub in town tonight.
Really?
They're meant to be fantastic.
I think the cops are pretty down on people like us going to the pubs.
Well, that's funny. Back home I used to go all the time. Except I guess the people I went with were a little older. I hope this restaurant we're going to tonight's licensed. I just love a really nice French wine with my meal, don't you? I'm really looking forward to tonight. I'll go and get my bag.
Mum, you know that money you said I could have?
I knew it would come to that. Okay.
Do you think I could have a bit more?
Oh, living it up tonight, are you?
Not much chance on $10.
Hey.
Danny, I'm ready.
Oh, let's go.
Have a good time.
You bet we will.
Bye.
See ya.
Well, anyway, I wish I could have given him more money. This is his first time he has taken girl out to dinner. Well, Max has to just see a reason now and let me get a job. Here we are, stuck with this beautiful house and a swimming pool, and we are broke.
Masculine pride. The curse of all marriages. It's only pride that's keeping him from not coming back. I'm sure he still loves you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Oh, g'day, Helen. Sorry I'm late. Where's Danny and that girl off to?
Oh, he's taking Wendy to dinner.
Oh, hope you didn't give him too much to spend.
I didn't have much to spend.
Yeah, well, look, I'm sorry to be in such a rush, Helen, but I got a cab wait, see?
Paul, have you seen my other comb?
Ah, I love your hair. It's so you.
Well, cut it out.
Who is he?
Who?
The guy who gets himself all dolled up for.
Oh, look, no one you know.
Oh, yeah? Well, he must be pretty hot stuff for you to go to all of this trouble.
I haven't gone to any trouble.
Oh, come on, you've been trizzing yourself up in the bathroom for over an hour.
Rubbish. Come on, Paul, have you seen this other comb?
Oh, yeah, sure. I use it all the time on my chest hair.
Right, come on, sit up.
Look, I'm serious. Don't do a thing to it.
Look, don't be silly, Paul. I don't like you when you're like
No,
this.
I'm quite serious. It's sensational.
I'll give you sensational in a moment if you don't help me. Come on, please, Paul. He'll be here in a minute.
Who?
Oh, Philip Martin. You satisfied?
No, who's he?
The new bank manager.
Well, we're going out with geriatric moneylenders now, are we?
Quick, answer that. That's him, Paul.
G'day.
Hello. Philip Martin's my name. Is Julian, please?
She won't be, ma'am. Just having a bit of trouble with her hair. Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, have a seat.
Oh,
So, you're Julie's new bank manager, eh?
yes.
Settling in all right?
I think so. It takes time.
Yeah, I bet. Still has the staff treating you.
Good. Very cooperative.
Especially our Jules, eh? No, she's pretty keen, Julie. She loves it there.
Oh, hello, Philip.
hi.
I'm sorry I'm running late.
No, that's all right.
Oh, you must have met my brother Paul.
Yes.
Well, this is my grandmother Helen. Gran, this is Philip Martin, the new bank manager.
How do you do, Philip? Would you like a drink before you go?
Well, actually, I'm expecting a rather important phone call at home, so I hope you don't mind, Julie, but I've decided to cancel the restaurant and whip up something myself.
You're cooking for her.
I think that's wonderful. It should happen more often.
Well, that's if you don't mind.
No, of course not.
Yeah, what are you cooking?
None of your business, Paul.
Well, thanks for the offer of the drink, Mrs. Daniels. Perhaps another time.
All right. Enjoy yourselves.
Yes, good night, Gran.
Oh, darling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you.
See you later.
You could be a little more tactful.
I was just showing some interest, Gran. Because I'm going to nip over to Dez's anyway for a minute.
Your dinner will be ready soon.
All right, I just want to catch what's happening with Jules at the bank and the new bank manager.
Paul, you know how I feel about gossip.
You love it. I'll give you all the juicy bits when I get back. See ya.
Bye.
G'day, mate. Not disturbing anything, am I?
As you can see, the place is in a hive of activity. Want a beer?
No, thanks. Right.
So, how's the training going?
Good, good. Almost finished the course.
Getting plenty of experience with that mouth-to-mouth stuff. You'd enjoy that.
Actually, I did. I got this stunning girl the other day. Beautiful. Only problem is she OD'd on garlic prawns the night before.
Oh, occupational hazard, I suppose.
Yeah. So, how's things at the bank these days?
Why?
Just interested.
Oh, it's pretty busy.
Julie's been putting in her overtime lately, it seems.
Overtime?
After our sessions with the boss, know what I mean?
Tonight?
Yep, all tarted up she was. I must admit, she didn't scrub up too bad, the old Jules. What's he like, anyway? Des? The new bank manager, what's he like?
Oh, he's all right. Yeah, gets on well with the customers.
And with the staff, it seems, too. Bit unusual for the bank manager to be moving in on the junior staff, though, don't you think?
Yeah. Especially when the bank manager happens to be married.
Yes, well, if you can get those revised figures to me, I should have a decision for you by, say, late next week. Yes, rightio. Good, Jay. Okay, and you. Bye-bye. Well, another drink?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Your family seems nice.
Oh, yes, they are. They're great. Paul can be a bit of a pain at times, though. But it's a shame you miss Lucy. She's the one that noticed Gordon Miller lurking around the neighbourhood.
Oh, I hope she didn't get too close.
No, she didn't. More by luck than good management, though.
He shouldn't be giving us any trouble for a while.
Yes, well, I hope not. I mean, I can do without people pointing guns at me.
Apparently head office is thinking about special glass for the tellers.
Are they? Oh, I suppose that'd make it safer. But I think I'd feel a bit like a goldfish. Wouldn't you?
I think I might.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.
And so what? Have you always been interested in banking?
Yes, since the day I left school.
Oh.
Yeah, the bank's been good to me. Mind you, I've worked hard for them.
Yes, well, I mean, it's certainly paid off, hasn't it? And what, where would you go from here?
Oh, hang on, I've only just got here and you're trying to get rid of me.
No, you know what I mean.
Well, I would like to be where the big decisions are made.
Huh? What head office?
That's my ultimate goal.
Well, you know, you're the youngest bank manager we've ever had.
Youngest in the state.
And the most handsome.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I do.
I still can't believe that my little sister is knowingly going out with a married man.
Oh, she knows, all right. So does everybody else at the bank.
Yeah, but she'd have been the first one to pull the holier-than-thou routine if it was one of the other girls. Where's his wife, do you know?
Well, the story is she stayed behind while he found a new place.
Well, they divorced or separated or anything?
Oh, we don't know. Talks about his kids a lot, though.
Kids as well?
Yeah, 2.
Look, have you said anything to Julie?
Yeah, she doesn't take any notice. Just tells me to mind my own business. I'm really worried about them, Paul. They're both heading towards trouble.
Yeah, you're not wrong. If the wife finds out they are.
Could ruin two very promising careers at Pacific.
You reckon?
Yep. If head office find out, which they're bound to, the grapevine being what it is.
Well, can't you do something about that?
Well, I can't very well bowl up to the boss and start sounding off about his private life.
Maybe I should have a word to Dad about it. He might be able to talk some sense into her.
Just leave it for a bit. It just might be a crush on her part. It just might blow over. Keep your eyes open, though.
Yeah. I got to go anyway. Gran will kill me if I'm late for dinner.
All right.
Thanks again for that, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not exactly what I'm used to. Certainly not when a man takes me.
I'm sorry, Wendy, but I couldn't afford that other place. Just a bowl of soup was $5.
It was so embarrassing having to get up and walk out.
It's a bit embarrassing for me, too.
Oh, Danny, I do appreciate you taking me out.
That's fine.
It's okay. Anyway, we can pretend we're in Italy. Venice. And there's a canal outside the door with a gondola on it, just waiting for us to finish our meal. And then it'll take us off on a romantic sail in the moonlight. And we won't get home until morning.
Gondolas don't have sails.
Two coffees, please.
Yes, it's all quite depressing, isn't it?
Depressing? Should be in my place. Tell you, depressing's hardly the word for it.
At least you're out working, not trapped at home.
What are you on about? You got the house, haven't you? Miserable little cupboard of a place. Cook for myself, eat by myself, never get to see Shane.
Oh, come on. Shane came over to see you. Even Danny's been. Anyway, we didn't come here to whinge about everything.
I'm not whinging.
Oh, well, you've done precious little errors all evening, Max.
That's not true. Anyway, let's get back to business. You got the house, now what else do you want?
There's no need to talk like this.
Like what? More money. Is that what you want?
If you can spare them, thank you.
Now listen, I need money too. I mean, where does it end?
I know, but we can't. We just have to live accordingly.
I'm going to see a solicitor next week. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg.
What are you going to see solicitor for?
Well, I'm doing some serious thinking, I reckon. The only sensible thing is to separate.
I see. Thank you very much for discussing it with me first.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you back. I want a divorce.
Aren't you hungry?
Well, yeah, I am really. I just find pizza a bit awkward.
I'll get you a knife and fork.
Sit down, it's all right, I'm almost finished.
Well, I'm enjoying mine. Much better than that pseudo stuff at Grisabella's.
Grisabella's? You mean we were at Grisabella's?
Sure. Didn't you see the name out the front?
I didn't notice going in, and I had my head down coming out. But I've read about Grisabella's. It's famous. That's the in-place for all the show business people, musicians and movie stars. Well, just think, we could have got ourselves in the Sunday paper.
Well, I don't think they'd be quite interested in people like you and me, Wendy. Prince, maybe.
Danny, you're so lucky having a place like that practically on your doorstep. There's nowhere like that where I come from. Plenty of places like this, though. Hey, I reckon if you save up for a couple of weeks, you can afford it. And I'll only order cheap things.
It cost a fortune.
Don't you want to take me out?
Of course I do.
Had me worried there for a minute, and I can wait a couple of weeks.
But Wendy...
Oh, Danny, you're wonderful. Thanks.
There. All stacked in the dishwasher.
That was lovely. Much nicer having a home-cooked meal. Thank you, Philip.
Well, thank you. Such a pleasant change having someone here. It's the first time this place has felt like home. I suppose that's one of the drawbacks to this job, always being on the move. It's hard to make friends.
Yes, it would be. I hadn't thought of that.
People tend to take friends and family for granted. It's not until you're on your own that you realise just how important they are. Imagine how much you'd miss Ramsay Street. Des Clarke lives near you, doesn't he?
Yes.
Good bloke, Des. I'm glad we've got him.
Oh, yes, he's all right, but as you say, a real bloke.
Meaning?
Oh, I don't know. I just think he's a bit awkward at times.
Oh, I don't see that as a problem. He's a good, solid worker.
Oh, that's true, yes. But anyway, you've already made a friend here. Me.
Oh, and a very nice one at that. But I still think you should be going out with people your own age.
Philip, I'd much rather be with you.
How come you want a divorce all of a sudden?
It's all over, Max. So we might as well finish it completely. Anyway, it's not all of a sudden. I've got plenty of time to think on my own. And I have my own life to live. I mean, what's the point to go through something slowly, painfully, step by step? Might as well get it over and get on with our lives.
In for the kill, eh?
It seems to be what you want.
Yeah, well, it's not. I mean, not you.
Look, why not? We could sell the house and get
Sell
some...
Ramsay Street? No way.
That's the usual thing.
I said no. I'll never sell that house.
She's making it a lot harder than it needs to be, Max.
Harder for who?
Both of us.
I know why you want a divorce all of a sudden. You got another bloke lined up, haven't you? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You just can't wait, can you?
You pathetic. Absolutely pathetic,
Oh, keep your
Max.
voice down, for God's sake.
Well, it's about time you realize that I'm actually a responsible human being, Max.
Responsible? Ha!
Always looking for strange men under the bed.
And finding them.
You hypocrite. I mean, you did exactly the same thing. And you've got to keep nagging on about what I did, don't you? On and on. Typical. I mean, it's all right for you to play around, but not for me. Yes, little wives have to stay at home, keep themselves nice for their husbands. I mean, I've got it up to here with you and your stupid values.
Stupid, am I?
Forget it.
You want it a bit difficult with a little brat running around to remind me, isn't it?
Oh, yes, just like you. I knew you'll get into it sooner or later. And don't you call him names, okay?
Yeah, well, there's a name fits him like a glove. I mean, I might have had a bit of a fling. I didn't get her
Max,
pregnant,
don't you
did
say
I?
it!
I didn't father a
Don't
little...
you dare to say it!
Do you miss your children?
Yes, I do.
What about your wife? Do you miss her?
No?
Can't always have been that bad.
Oh, in the beginning, of course, it was fine. The classic teenage romance. We're at school together and we couldn't wait to get married. Same year as I started at the bank.
Oh, so you were quite young.
Too young. You know, I had this boss who sort of took me under his wing and he brought me to the attention of some of the heavies at head office. And it wasn't long before I was being promoted and groomed for management.
How exciting for you.
Well, it was for me, but not so for my wife. You see, she didn't have any interests or goals of her own and didn't seem interested in finding any either. And it wasn't long before she couldn't cope, I suppose, with the success I was having.
Oh, and what, she'd had the children at this stage?
Yes, which helped. It gave us some sort of focus, I suppose. If it wasn't for them, we would have separated long ago. I don't know, looking back, you can't say that it was anyone's fault exactly. It's just that I enjoyed my work and she felt left out of it.
Well, wasn't there any way you could sort of include her?
Oh, I tried, believe me. At least I think I did. But when I take her to all the office functions, she'd just proceed to drink herself under the table.
Really?
Well, that's the
How
least.
embarrassing for you.
Yeah, I know, that's the least of it. It wasn't long before she was going off with other men, too.
Oh, Philip.
And on one occasion, she even propositioned the boss himself.
She didn't.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to explain. Found myself being transferred very smartly.
I bet you were. What a shame she couldn't have been, more supportive. Being successful in business is one thing, but losing your marriage and children.
Oh, I assure you I'll never lose the kids. Just the marriage I could do without. Well, it's getting late. I'd better get you home. I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight, Julie. Well, you're right. Yeah. Forget your bag.
I don't want to go home.